as we go through, and I'll answer them for you as best I can. Just make sure you leave a comment and they'll get fed to me and we'll go through them. But thanks to all of you who have sent in your questions already. We'll get started on those in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at a small promo showing you just a little bit of what you can expect when you get to Manchester. Take a look at this. Doesn't it just look great? I'm so excited. Right, Aaron asked, what is happening after the awards? Now, we'll be going somewhere in the city centre. We're yet to decide on a venue, but we have had a look at a few places already. I'll tell you where we won't be going, though. If you have been to Manchester before, I'll tell you that we won't be going to Factory because it's god-awful. Right, next question. Where can you stay? Now, let's take a look at the accommodation list. If we jump over to my laptop, let's take a look at the accommodation list. So you'll be able to find these files in the delegate files folder. You can get the link to that on our website, quays.media. The accommodation list we've filled with a selection of hotels, Airbnbs and hostels that we recommend, not because we've been there, but because of their location. We provided links for them as well. Obviously, these prices are subject to change. We source these through a website called Kayak. We'd strongly recommend any price comparison website to make sure that you get the best price possible. And you need to do it quickly because I know that a lot of places are filling up already. So make sure you get onto the accommodation list and make sure you start booking your accommodation as quickly as possible. Right, now what's the timetable for the weekend? We have got the timetable as well if we head back over to my laptop. On the weekend schedule, which is also in the delegate files folder, starts Friday the 3rd of April. Registration begins at 5 p.m. at the Chapman building. I'll go through locations shortly. Registration up until 6, and then we'll have the welcome speech and hustings in one of our lecture theatres in the Chapman building as well. We'll then walk about 30 feet over to our University House, the SU building, where we'll be having the barbecue and the Friday social. We'll try and spice that up a bit and try and do some fun things over there as well. Saturday the 4th of April, it's the big day. 10 a.m. conference starts at Media City UK campus. Like I said, I'll go over the locations in a moment. Conference then carries on until 4:30. And then you guys can go back to your own accommodation, get yourselves ready for the evening, get yourselves glammed up. And then we'll need you guys to be back at the Media City campus building for 7:15, ready for 7:30, so we can all go to the Imperial War Museum, which is about a 60-second walk away from our building actually, so it's not far at all. Starters are served at 8:30 and then the awards will start at 9. We'll have the awards ceremony and then we'll go into the social. We'll then give you guys time to recover as we put delegate recovery on the Sunday morning, 9 till 11:30, and then it's the AGM, which will be happening back here at Media City, and it will be important for quite a lot of you guys to be there, especially if you want to place votes in terms of NaSTA's executive AGM. So that will be happening at Media City at midday on the Sunday, and then you guys will be away from here by 2 o'clock. Right, our next question. Christina has just asked, what's on the menu and will there be options for people with dietary requirements? Yes, we're meeting with the venue next week actually to determine exactly what we're going to be eating because I'm going to be trying all of the food. But I can 100% guarantee that there'll be something for vegans, vegetarians and meat eaters. Right, where's it being held? Oh, I do love this question. So we're holding it at the Imperial War Museum North, which may sound a little bit odd, but it is a fantastic venue. It's award-winning for its best unique venues in the UK, and it's right outside. And we've got a quick promo to show you a little bit more about it. Take a look. it just looks fantastic. Honestly, I can't wait to show everyone around. We've got some really nice surprises as well that we've got up our sleeve. So when you walk in, it's just going to be such a great experience. Right, Amy is dying to know, can you just explain the tickets? Yes, Amy, yes, I can. So there are 3 tickets in total. The first one is the full weekend ticket. That includes the conference, the awards, your 3-course meal, your drinks on arrival, your merchandise, which also includes a t-shirt, lanyard, and a wristband. And your ticket to get into the social, which will be happening on the Saturday night as well. Now, the next ticket is the barbecue meal ticket. If you want food at the barbecue, you'll need to buy one of these tickets. It's free to attend the barbecue, but if you want food, then you'll need to purchase one of these tickets. And you can buy one of these tickets up to a week beforehand. So they'll stay on sale now up until a week before the event. And the final ticket is the BBC tours, which are run by the BBC, not us, but they are based here at Media City. We've been assigned slots by the BBC, which we'll then give to you. But you just need to know that these will run at the same time as conference. So if you do choose to go to one of these BBC Studios tours here at Media City, then you might miss out on 1 or 2 of the conference speeches or seminars that are going on. So just bear that in mind. But we do have some available for the morning and for the afternoon. All right, they're £13 on our website, Quays.media as well. Right, Mary wants to know, who are the guest judges? Well, I can tell you a few of them now. The first one is Executive Editor of BBC Breakfast. That's Richard Frediani, and he'll be judging the Best News and Current Affairs segment. Sports Management and PR Director Piero Zizi and Sky Sports correspondent Mark McAdam will be judging Best Sports Coverage. James Mobbs will also be reprising his role as the judge of Best Title Sequence. He's a Salford alumni and also a NaSTA favourite. And a newcomer joins us this year. The Guild of Television Camera Professionals, or the GTC, have become partners with us for the first time, and they'll be judging the Best Cinematography category, and they'll also be providing us with some fantastic industry standard workshops at conference. YouTuber and TV presenter Max Fosh will be judging the Best Freshers Coverage Award, and hopefully presenting it on the evening. We have got one more question that's just come through. What was that question, David? Are we going to announce the award schedule? We're not going to yet, but we will very, very soon. We'll put out an email when we do. Right, they're all I can tell you for now, but more will be announced very, very soon. JJ has just asked, how do we submit entries and what are the dates? Now, the submissions handbook is coming out next week, but dates of submission are from Monday the 3rd of February to midnight on Sunday the 16th of February. Now, the online submissions portal, or the OSP as we're calling it, is being dealt with by the NaSTA exec, not Quays TV. This year, entries must have aired on your channel before Monday the 3rd of February. No airing new content during submissions week, okay? We'll also need links to every program on YouTube that you've included in your submission. No ifs or buts, regardless of how big or small your station is. We'll be checking every single link. Nothing is going to get by Quays TV this year, I can assure you. Your submissions will be disqualified if you use content that should not be there. You can refer to the submissions handbook when it comes out for any more queries that you might have. Just had another question in asking when we're going to be announcing the impressions competition winner. We'll be announcing that at the end of this. It is coming. It's on the way, I promise you, so don't go anywhere. Right. Carol wants to know, if I submit my piece late, would it still qualify for an award? No, Carol, no, it won't. Submissions have to be fully uploaded and received on the OSP by midnight. Anything that's still uploading beyond that deadline will not be included. So we have to have fully received it on the OSP, the online submissions portal, before midnight in order for it to qualify. So please, all we ask is that you just make sure that you've submitted everything before 11 o'clock on the Sunday evening. Make sure you do it during the week, because you've got 2 weeks open for submission, so please make sure that you do it before then, because we don't want to overload the online platform with so much stuff. There's no need for it, all right? So Dan is asking for our next question, what time do the awards ceremony start? Delegates should arrive at Media City UK for 7:15, because then we'll then go over to the IWM, the Imperial War Museum North, for 7:30, which is when the drinks reception will start. So please be here in Media City for 7:15. Right. Shannon just asked, how can we get to the university from Manchester City Centre? Well, the trams are the easiest way to do it, and they're so easy. Let's take a look at the travel information document on my laptop, which is from the, it's also in the delegate files folder. So travel information for delegates. Our main campus, known as Peel Park Quarter Main Campus. Ways to arrive there are easiest by train. If you're coming from somewhere down south, like Exeter way, or if you're coming from somewhere at the top of Scotland, we'd strongly recommend getting to Manchester by air. Honestly, it sounds silly, but it's so much cheaper. You can get tickets on Flybe for a lot less than you can get in the train, so I'd recommend that. Manchester Airport is only, it's not that far from university, and then you can just get the tram direct from there to the city centre. It's really quite easy. And then getting to main campus by car or Uber is also really easy as well. I've provided information in there on what you need to put into the Uber app in order to turn up exactly at main campus to a certain point. We would recommend getting there. If you're driving to your accommodation, we then recommend getting an Uber or something to main campus. Try not to drive there, only because it's quite expensive to park on main campus. We've also provided a map. We're going to be in buildings 10 and 11, which is number 10 is the Chapman building, which is where we'll be having registration and the welcome speech, and then we'll be walking across this bit of grass here over to University House, which is the Students' Union building number 11. All right. These are the two views that you'll be seeing. When you arrive at main campus, you'll see this building, the New Adelphi building, and you'll arrive at this roundabout. All you need to do is just go through this little gap here, and then you'll be greeted with this building on the left-hand side, which is the Chapman building. Getting to Media City is also really easy. Provided the address here. The trams are proper simple. It's if you've ever been on the London Underground, it's basically exactly the same. They take contactless as well, so you just tap in and tap out at the start and at the end of each journey. There's a tram stop directly at the Media City campus, so obviously just make sure you get on a tram that's bound for Media City UK or Eccles via Media City UK as well. And then you can also get the Uber here as well. All you need to do is just type in Orange Tower, and that will take you to the rear of our university building. And it's so simple. Again, we'd strongly recommend not driving to the campus, only because there is a huge multi-storey car. Well, there are two huge multi-storey car parks, but they are very expensive to park here. Everyone who works at Media City is parking in there, so try and avoid it if you can. And we provided a map as well of Media City. As you can see, we're labelled as number 1 on here, obviously. And then the multi-storey car parks are number 8 and number 12. But like I said, they are very expensive. We aren't providing food at conference only because Media City is full of so many eateries. You can just get food from anywhere you like. So we thought there's no point in putting on sandwiches for you when you can go to Wagamama's, Prezzo, Cafe Rouge. You can go to wherever you like. So we thought we'd give you the choice for that. This is our beautiful Media City campus building, the tall one, obviously. Access to the building is on the pathway between the two buildings. We've made a short video to help you for when you're getting here to Media City. Take a look at this. Doesn't it just look great? I don't know why I keep saying that, because it does. Right, Samantha has sent in a few questions. Why is the second batch of tickets more expensive? That is to cover our costs, basically. The longer we leave confirmation with the venue, the more that we get charged. And also we are trying to encourage people to buy their tickets sooner rather than later. We want to try and make sure that everyone is nice and organised and gets their tickets done nice and quickly. So we thought that it works hand in hand in the fact that we might sort of shove people into getting their tickets sooner rather than later. So the price rise it is quite substantial, so make sure you get your tickets this week instead of next week. When will the submissions guides be up? They'll be going up next week. We've got the submissions handbook pretty much ready to go. We just need to sort out one or two things with the NaSTA exec. And once we've got those few pieces sorted with the NaSTA exec, then we'll put the submissions handbook out for you. So, how do you plan on tackling the risk of YouTube submissions being removed due to copyright infringement? Wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that question, but I think what we'll probably do, we're not using copyrighted music in in the awards ceremony themselves. We're using content from YouTube audio library. So we are going to have music at the awards this year, but it just won't be something that you particularly recognise, unless you're a huge fan of YouTube audio library and you're using the same tracks every week. We've all had that, haven't we, where we see a YouTube video and we know, oh, I know where they've got that music from, it's from the YouTube audio library. What will we do about submissions for the copyrighted infringement music? Hopefully, when you're uploading your music, that you wouldn't be uploading copyrighted music anyway, but that will just be something. If you have got, what I would say, to be fair, in fairness, I wasn't expecting this question, but I would suggest if you are uploading videos to YouTube that have copyrighted music, remove the copyrighted music. Use this time now, in between now and submissions, to edit the work that you've done and then re-upload it without the copyrighted music. They're not my rules. Obviously, you aren't allowed to upload anything with copyrighted music to YouTube anyway. So obviously, that's not something that we're saying. We'd like no one, preferably, to have copyrighted music in their submissions because we'd like to be able to share them. And also, we don't want to include anything in our live stream that could potentially affect us as a station. So please do not upload submissions with copyrighted music in, unless you're using like an instrumental version to be the backing track for your montage or something like that. Because I know that's what we did last year. We had, what was it, Just Got Paid on repeat. So yeah, I would seek YouTube's guidelines and advice for that. But any more questions, just drop me an email. Right, so next question. Olivia, you want to know when or where we will get our tickets on the night. No problem, I'll tell you. You'll get your tickets at registration on Friday night at the Chapman building. You'll get given your wristband then as well and all your other pieces of merchandise. But we just kindly ask, please have your ticket confirmation ready on your phone to show our guys at registration. We'll then give you a wristband and tick you off the list. All right, so that's at registration on Friday night at the Chapman building. So Jane is asking, is there a limit on the amount of tickets that you can buy for one uni? No, there isn't. And I know LSTV or YSTV are buying up huge sums of them. I think they put in an order for about 40 in one go. So please get your tickets as soon as possible. They do go off sale on Monday night before we go to second release. Right, Ben wants to know, are the venues wheelchair accessible? Yes, 100% totally wheelchair accessible. Even when you're getting on and off the tram, Media City is entirely wheelchair friendly. And also so is main campus. Right, Michelle wants to know when and where is the barbecue and what will we be doing. So it will be at the Students' Union on main campus on Friday night. The NaSTA exec and I, we're trying to sort out some fun things that we can do during the evening while we're there. And hopefully we can just have a bit of a laugh really and everyone can get to know everyone. Because Quays TV, we are quite new. We only joined for the first time last year, so I've not really had the chance to interact with quite a lot of you. So that will be a great opportunity for me to meet all of you and for all of us here to get to know everyone as well. Right, Molly has asked, when will the submissions deadline be released? We've already mentioned that. So the submissions deadline is from, actually, I do know it. Can someone tell me the submissions deadline, please? No, wait, I've got it. The submissions deadline, sorry. I've got so many dates in my head. There it is. It's from Monday the 3rd of February. There we go, I'll put that full screen. The submissions deadline, we're so professional here at Quays. The submissions deadline is from Monday the 3rd of February 2020 to midnight on Sunday the 16th of February. Please make sure that you get your submissions in way before the midnight on the Sunday, because obviously we're uploading huge amounts of files online. We want to make sure that everything gets uploaded in time. And like I previously mentioned, it's important to know that everything needs to be fully uploaded before midnight. So we'll only accept submissions that are fully in the system before midnight. So it can't be at like 62% or something when the deadline hits. It has to be way before then. Please don't leave it to the last minute. Right. Angelica asked, what can you expect at conference? Well, you can expect a diverse array of seminars, talks, workshops, and group discussions. We're really focused this year on giving you guys a hands-on experience. Now, our amazing tech guys will be running workshops in our studio and gallery, teaching you how to do industry roles. And in fact, it'll be this very studio and this very gallery, in fact. Say hello, guys. Say hello. There they are in the gallery, currently running our live stream. So we'll be getting you guys in here and doing all the roles in here, and also taking you through next door where you can learn how to use all this industry standard equipment. Fun fact for you, this gallery is pretty much a replica of the Granada Reports gallery, which is just upstairs in the floor above, because they were built at the same time by the same people. So you'll get to have a go on all of that equipment as well. And also you'll be able to make a live program in here, which will be broadcast out to the ground floor of this building on the big screens, where your friends will be able to watch you as well. So if you want to give presenting a hand or give directing a hand, your friends will all be able to watch you downstairs. Right, next, Joe Mason, who heads up all social media for Eurovision, will be doing a social media workshop on best practice and how to get the most out of your socials. Marzel Brogy will be doing a CV surgery, where she'll go through your CVs with you and how to teach you how to show yourself off to employers. YouTube and viral star Oliver Potter will be doing a vlogging and editing 101 workshop, and we'll be holding a broadcast technology roundtable where people can share their ideas and argue about why their bodge is better than someone else's. The network from the Edinburgh TV Festival will also be here to recruit people onto their placement programme, and Creative England are doing talks on how to get into the industry as well. They'll also be recruiting people onto their runners database, where you can get access to TV jobs quicker than anyone else. And also the NaSTA exec and Quays TV will be stationed on the ground floor of the Media City building during conference to help you out with anything NaSTA related and weekend related as well. So think of us as like an information help desk. Right, Ronald, you want to know if we offer ticket refunds. No, we don't offer ticket refunds. However, if you can't make the event anymore, we'll try our best to help advertise that ticket for you, and we'll advertise the fact that you're trying to sell it on, because obviously we want to make sure that people are people, and we want to make sure that everyone knows that you're trying to get rid of a ticket. But unfortunately, we don't offer refunds. Really sorry. Right, and the winner of our impressions competition, the winner of 2 free tickets to NaSTA 2020 is, drumroll please, Matthew Haddock from XTV. Congratulations, well done. You have won free tickets to the 2020 NaSTA Awards here in Media City. Let's take a look at that fantastic entry.
The lesser spotted plastic snail duck is one of the most remarkable creatures in the animal kingdom. One of nature's true amphibians, it is not only able to travel on man-made bodies of water, such as those found in bathtubs and sinks, but it is also able to slide very slowly on land. In fact, the snail duck's efficiency when dealing with water is so unmatched by its land speed that to look at it, you could be forgiven for thinking that it wasn't moving at all. The snail duck's plastic body does, however, leave it to be a prime target for plastic poachers. However, luckily for the duck, it is currently a protected species under the National Association for Synthetic Toy Animals. The snail duck's plastic body does, however, pose some environmental concerns. Seeing as this is a creature made entirely out of synthetic plastic, it is a non-biodegradable life form, and causes havoc in the local ecosystem wherever it dies. So, if you're ever strolling through nature and manage to come across a dead specimen, such as this one, make sure to throw it in the local recycling bin and see what you can do to help make this planet a greener place. Thank you.
Right, that's all from me and the team here. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Now, please go and buy your tickets for the 47th Annual National Student Television Awards here in Media City, and we look forward to seeing you in a few months' time. If you have got any more questions, drop us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Take care. Bye-bye.